Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Lost 11 Days. Time is something we all experience, but how we measure it has changed a lot. One big change was when we started using the Gregorian calendar. This new way of keeping track of time made a big difference. Before the Gregorian calendar, people used the Julian calendar, which Julius Caesar introduced a long time ago. But there was a problem. The Julian calendar didn't measure the length of the year very accurately. It was off by about 11 minutes and 14 seconds each year. This small difference added up over many years and caused a big problem. By the 16th century, the calendar was not matching the seasons correctly. Important religious events, like Easter, were supposed to happen at certain times, but they were getting mixed up. This worried the Catholic Church a lot, because they wanted to celebrate Easter at the right time. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII came up with a plan to fix this. He made a new calendar, which we now call the Gregorian calendar. It fixed the problem by taking away 10 days and making changes to how we add extra days every 4 years. But it took a long time for people to start using this new calendar outside of Catholic countries. In Britain, for example, we still use the old Julian calendar until 1752, almost 200 years later. That's when the government passed a law to change to the Gregorian calendar. To do this, they skipped 11 days from September 2nd, 1752, to September 14th, 1752. This caught us up with the rest of the world, but it also made some people upset because they felt like they lost 11 days of their lives. There were reports of riots on this day, 14th of September, where people said, "Give us back our 11 days." Despite the confusion, the Gregorian calendar turned out to be the better way of keeping time. It matched up with the stars and seasons more accurately. Today, the Gregorian calendar is the most common calendar in the world. We use it for our daily plans and international events. The switch from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar was an important moment in history because it showed how we always want to be more precise when it comes to time. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more! If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.